Thought we'd take a break from the photo videos for a while and have a look at another torch. This time it's the TA30 C MAX from NexTorch. They sent a couple of models in, so I thought I'd take a look at this one first. Got some interesting features on this, which I'm just showing you on screen going through the packaging. We've got the rotational magnetic switch, a 4-stage battery level indicator, and it has 3 power levels. Some of the included items that come with this: the user manual, I'll put that on screen later on, a NexTorch branded wrist strap, and a Type A to Type C charging cable. Onto the body now. It's a fairly typical size for a 21700 model. I do like the finishing on this. It's almost a sort of matte effect on the body, and the clip has that finishing as well. You can see that on the body it does have a sort of square knurling. It's quite a grippy torch even without that. They do have the U-shape on the base or tail cap, so you can stand it up. That is a 2-stage switch. There's a half and a full press. This is the magnetic rotary ring, and we have various settings here. The tack, that gives you your momentary. There's your 3 power levels. They've done a nice job on the head because that does have those raised points there, so it's an anti-roll design. Bezel material is titanium, and they've gone with a sort of matte effect on that as well. And we've got those nano ceramic points. LED on this is de-domed, so I assume that's why they've put the D on that. Do note the reflector does have some light texturing on it, which is interesting for a tactical model. Just unscrew it now to show you. This is reversed around. You can see the markings on the body, so you have the positive going up towards the tail cap, and the negative terminal goes down towards the head. And this is the 21700 battery that has the built-in Type C charging port. There's another spring on the inside, so that means to say when I tested different batteries that I've got, that this actually works no problems at all with the unprotected batteries. At least for the ones that I've used, there's no need to put a spacer on it. It works no problems at all. I like to see that because we're not stuck with the custom battery nonsense that we see on some of these models. On the base you do have a 4-stage battery level indicator. For some reason it gives you the readout once you've turned it off rather than when you've turned it on. We'll go on to the user interface now very quickly because it's very simple. Your momentary is a half press with a full press for strobe, and that works in all modes, every single setting on that magnetic ring. To select your power levels you just pick the different setting that you want, 1 to 3. The strobe setting gives you continuous strobe output. There's a reasonable amount of resistance with those clicks on this ring, whereas if you're in the tack setting, you will only get the momentary or the strobe when you're pushing in on that switch. We don't have a specific lockout setting on that ring, so what you'll have to do is just twist it slightly. Charging information is on screen for you, around about 1.35 amps, approximately 4 hours charging time. Emitter on this is a bit cooler than normal, around about 6800 kelvins. It's very much a white light output when you're using this, and you can see that outside with the beam shots later on. I put the user guide up on screen for you. Honestly, you really don't need it, but it just gives you a bit more information. And I've also put the German one up just because of the size when I cropped the image. Start off with the beam shots now. The TH10R from JetBeam. 950 lumens up to the top level of 2000 lumens, pretty much a standard mixed beam off of this torch. On the NexTorch you can see that even at the lowest output 70 lumens we've no problems at all reaching that shed. The mid-level on this is 520 lumens, and that won't drop down. It will maintain that level continuously until the battery is flat. Now we're up to the top level of 3000 lumens. That's obviously pretty bright. You can see the hotspot in the middle, and also you can see the effect of the bezel on the beam profile. Not sure if that's going to bother you, but I thought I'd mention it. I have quite a few thoughts on this torch, so I'll give you a quick summary at the end, but do have a look through those beam shots first. Couple of quick thoughts with the NexTorch. I do like the body design. I think it's very tactile, feels very good quality. I would prefer to have a lock position. I think that would make it easier for transporting and storage. If you are putting it in a bag or a jacket, don't forget to give it a slight twist on the tail cap though, because that 3000 lumens, that could definitely burn through something. It's a fairly expensive torch, so I would have liked to have seen a holster included, something like a padded neoprene one or a nylon one, a decent quality one. I know you can get some additional items for this, but it is an extra cost. And I'll quickly just show you those on screen. They have a tactical ring and there's a plastic quick draw holster. Also worth a mention, because it's a model where you unscrewing the body to get to the battery, you don't get a spare O-ring. I would have liked to have seen that put in the box as well. It would have been nice to have had an extra power level, give a bit more spacing, but I'm actually okay with the 3 power levels on this torch. It didn't really bother me as much as I expected it to. Despite some of those complaints, I do like the beam output, decent spread and a good range off of this model, which is exactly what I expect for a tactical torch. And I'm very happy with the overall UI and build quality. Don't forget, do stick around. I will be looking at some more torches soon. I'll be alternating between the photo and torch videos. Be interested to hear if you've got any thoughts on this one or any other NexTorch models. And as I normally say, thanks for watching.